Hello, listeners, and welcome to the fifth program in our series, Let's Learn Computer Studies, which is produced for grade 8 learners and anybody who has an interest in the subject. My name is Jean-Andre Nitschke, and today we'll learn about the computer system specifications. Please have a pen and notebook ready so that you can make notes of the important points. It is very important to know the specifications of the computer that you want to purchase. At the end of this program, you should be able to evaluate computer system specifications in terms of hardware considerations, processor speed, memory capacity, warranty, upgradability, user needs, cost portability, and other hardware considerations.
Good morning, Miss. I have a question before we start with class. My mom wants to buy a computer, but she doesn't know what to look at. When buying the laptop, do you have any suggestions or recommendations, Miss? Since you're a computer teacher, you should know better.
Monica, this is what we're going to learn today in class. Since the class will start now, your question will be answered in class. And if you have additional questions or you don't understand, then you can see me after the lesson.
Oh, okay, Miss Eliasar.
Good afternoon, class. Can we take our seats? Today's lesson is going to be interesting, and we're going to discuss the specifications of computer systems. Before the class, Monica came to me asking me to recommend her mother on the type of computer to buy. Well, we are going to help Monica's mother to buy the best laptop for her. What do you think is the first specification to put in consideration when buying computer hardware? And remember that when we are talking about hardware, we are referring to the physical part of the computer.
Miss Eliasar, what about the brand, RAM or memory, price, processor, size of the computer and the uses?
Also, Miss, we have to consider the warranty, peripherals, operating system type, and if the computer is upgradable as well.
Yes, you are all correct. Those are the specifications we have to look at when buying a computer.
But Miss Eliasar, can you explain in detail?
Yes, Monica, I will do that. Warranty, we are referring to the terms and conditions in which repairs or exchanges will be made in the event that the product does not function as originally described or intended. So make sure the service provider or the shop that you use gives a sufficient warranty and supports service. The processor, you should buy the fastest processor you can afford. The faster the computer will run. RAM, it is recommended to have at least 4 gigabytes of RAM or more. Less could result in the system being slow. The processor uses memory to run programs. Generally, the more RAM you have, the better your computer will run when using several programs at once. Hard disk. It is best to have a hard disk that has 250 gigabytes at least, or high, in order for you to have enough disk space to store the system software and application software. The brand. It is best to know the brand you want. Do you want an HP, a Samsung, Lenovo? Brands are a lot. That's why it's best to ask the IT professionals. They will give you an experienced opinion on which brands are better in which situation. Peripherals. These are just additional devices that one can buy. Most of the time, keyboards and mouse usually come as part of a bundle, but you may be able to select wireless devices that make the desktops neater.
Miss, can I explain the size?
Go ahead, Frida.
When buying a computer, the size depends on what you'll use the computer for. For example, if you travel a lot, you need to buy a laptop. And if you just use it at home, then you can buy a desktop computer that will just be stationed at the desk.
Very good, Frida. And to continue, the user should know the type of operating system to use, and a user with minimum requirements should consider Windows Starter or Home Editions.
So, Miss Eliasar, you're saying that the operating system can be Windows 7 or Windows 10?
Exactly. And Monica, why do you think when buying a computer, you have to consider the price and what the computer will be used for?
I think with price, the more features you add to your computer, the more it will cost you. And for usability, you should ask the store where you are buying your computer if they can provide hardware support.
Okay, that was a good explanation. And lastly, you should consider the upgradability of the computer. Are you able to upgrade your computer? For example, upgrading the RAM from 2 gigabytes to 4 gigabytes. Apart from that, there are other specifications that we did not mention here in class, such as external webcams or external hard drives. But the most important thing is just to note down all the specifications, just to know exactly what you want to buy.
Thank you very much, Miss. All my questions that I had in my mind are answered.
To sum up, when buying a computer, it is important to put in considerations of the following specifications: processor speed, memory capacity, warranty, upgradability, user needs, cost, portability, other hardware considerations. And that brings us to the end of today's program. This program was written by Martha Eliasa. Until next time, stay home safe.
This program was brought to you by NAMCOL with funding from the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture and the Commonwealth of Learning.